conversation for you tonight. Social media. Woo! Social media and Christianity. Opening words. Because this is a touchy topic. This is heavy. Feel the weight of the anointing in this here chat. Delia, your opening words.
Oh, as I always say, I'm always just excited about the discussions that we have. They're always very topical, always very relevant, and so I'm just excited to delve into this aspect of social media. Social media, we can't escape it at this point. It's all around us. It's there in our face, and there in our spaces, and so it's important that we know how to navigate the social media space, and especially as Christians, how to make it work for us. It's a tool that we use to network as well. So it's not just having light-hearted conversation and linking up with persons, but also a way where we can share our business ideas, to network, to grow our businesses, to grow our brand, to grow our base, and just really to touch base with persons who we think would benefit from whatever we have to offer. We have to ensure that he takes first priority in our lives, and that we ensure that we're very deliberate in how we use social media. I think one of the things that makes it so easy to be drawn in is that we have it at our fingertips. So on our phones, we do everything, and we have everything there. We have our emails, we have our messages, we have our church services, everything right there. And in the midst of all of that, we also have all of those social media posts and everything mixed up in there. And it's very difficult to detach what we really want to see and be a part from that. And so it's very difficult to detach ourselves from what's happening. But we have to be, as Christians, very deliberate in terms of how we use it, and ensure that we also take specific time to spend time with God and just shut down the social media and spend time with Him, because He's our first priority. He is our God on social media. I think that's where we fall short as Christians. We don't realize the level of responsibility that we have in how we manage social media, and how much people are watching, and how we are bearers of God's word and His image on social media. And so we can't just treat it lightly and just do what we want to do, post what we want, say what we want, whether we like it or not. We have a responsibility. We're sons of God, and even in a regular family, there are responsibilities that we have when we're at home. And
that's
it's the same thing when we're using social media. We have to be responsible in Philippians 4:8.
Come on. Whoa.
Finally, my brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, pure, lovely, good report, if there's any virtue, there's any praise, think on these things. And so therefore, as we all said in our various ways tonight, it's important that we filter out what we allow into our minds and our thoughts on social media, because whatever you put in is what will come out. That will be the fruit of it. So we have to be very, very careful of what we allow into our minds and into our space, into our thoughts. Also, as Christian believers, especially if you're called to be on social media and to spread the gospel on social media, as all of us are, but some in a different platform and different way than others. Be not discouraged when you don't see your likes them going up the way that you want them to.
Repeat that for me now, Delia. Repeat that for me.
Don't get discouraged when the likes is not going up the way that you want it to. One of my frustrations, and I remember it's something that I spoke to Denisha about. I hope Denisha is doing tonight, is that it's very difficult when you know you are producing good content that will bless people and that you know will transform the hearts and the minds of people, and yet you're not seeing it growing and blossoming and bearing fruit like persons who really don't have anything to contribute and to bless the world with. Because you see all these celebrities and all these people getting millions of followers, and all that you're seeing is gossips and bad relationships and all sorts of things, and those are the things that we're feeding on. but yet persons who are really contributing to making the society better, you don't see their social media platforms really growing the way that you want to. But don't be discouraged, even if it's just for 100 people and all those 100 people are blessed. Those seeds that you would have planted in their hearts and in their minds and in their thoughts, it's going to be a ripple effect. Those persons, when they are transformed, they will transform somebody else and somebody else and somebody else, and you would not even know. So just do what you know God has called you to do. Be salt, be light on social media. Push out good content, because good content is what the world needs right now.
Right now.
One of the beautiful things that I've seen through this whole COVID experience is seeing more of the gospel coming out on social media. And even in the midst of all of that, I mean, you will have words that are really not of God and unbiblical. But at the end of the day, what I love is the fact that I'm really seeing Christianity and the gospel in whatever way really taking a prominent spot on social media during this COVID experience. And I am so in love with that, because no more than ever you can turn on social media and you see more sermons popping up into your feed, more words of encouragement popping up into your feed, more things that will really edify you and build you up. So my thing is just continue to push out good content, because that is what is going to transform the world and the space that we are in right now.